Hi, OGs. Welcome or welcome back to On God with me, Villamina's Mono. Mindful, heartful, and purposeful conversations, honey. If it's your first time on here, you just found yourself a community of believers who are doing life with Christ one stumble at a time. Baby, calling. I'm talking. Carrying your cross, dragging it, putting it down, picking it up, carrying it all over again. And if you've been rolling with me since episode number 1, thank you so much for holding space for Old Girl, because Old Girl is holding as much space for you. Please do subscribe. I need the subbies, right? Like, share, comment, do what you need to do to make sure that the gospel does reach the people, because at the end of it all, we are the light on top of the hill. How you guys liking my hat? I never find the right opportunity to wear this hat, or I never have the right hair. I don't even want to say the hair because, like, my hair, it's dreadlocks. I promise you guys, there's dreadlocks under here. So I just added like the cute little things. It's been a full month, 6 weeks at this point of me having this hair, and it just worked with this hat because my locks are not like bulky. It's not like a lot of, you know what I mean. I have very countable hair. So with this hat, it never works. I think this works. And with the red lippy, baby, I haven't done a red lip in a while, so I'm happy to be here. I might just force myself to go out and have coffee alone. Never know who might see you. Sometimes God helps those who help themselves. And honey, I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to help myself. But I don't know. Also, like, I see the solo dates content. Going out, having dinner alone. I don't know, guys. I really do not know. No, I don't know. I don't know because I'm also like so conscious of, okay, I don't know. I don't know, but big ups to the girls that are able to do a solo date, because I always believe like a good meal should be enjoyed over good company, like good conversations, right? There are certain people I'll just never be like, let's go for dinner, because you like, you know what I mean? What are you going to talk about? But other people, like my friends, obviously, and some colleagues, I'm always just like, I can do dinner with you. You are such a conversationalist. I like it, right? And also, like, I love laughing. So, yeah, I don't know about solo date. I'm gonna try coffee. I've been saying I'm gonna try a solo coffee date, because the thing about coffee culture is that it's also like it goes hand in hand with like the book culture. So that becomes a bit easier for Wanyana. I will see. I will think about it, but I just think this look is too pretty for me to just shoot and then undo. So yeah, maybe a girl will go out. You know what I mean? Um, what did I want to show you guys? I want to show you guys my cute diary. Yeah. Remember I did a whole thingy last week. Thanks. Thanks. I'm really a pink girl. Like, you'll never find me wearing pink. You'll never find me in a bedroom painted pink. You'll never find me with pink bedding, maybe a bit of flowers here and there. But I'm a pink girl, especially with the my diaries, my stationery, my coffee mug at work, my water bottle. My water bottle is purple, but I have this Stanley dupe Hello Kitty cup, pink. My flip phone is pink. So pinky pinky, man. Pinky pinky. Like, I'm really in my pink era and no one can tell me otherwise. Even the pouch for my tablet is pink. So if anyone has a problem, go find healing. Let's just get into today's episode. Rather catch the faith and not the feelings. What is the original song? Rather catch flights and not feeding. Catch flights and not feelings. Catch faith, but not feelings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You don't have to clap hands for me. No, really, I just changed the word flight to faith. Really. But yes, today's episode is titled Catch the Faith and Not the Feelings. I think the reason why this topic in particular is because I think any believer can tell you that at times in your walk where praying is hard, believing is hard, um, consistency is hard, persistence is hard, and you feel like I can't do this. I can't do this, right? So today's topic is mainly to talk about that, to say sometimes we shouldn't be too much in tune with our feelings. I think I'm one person who's very much guilty of that. But we should focus on the faith, hold on to the faith, because it's the faith that's going to see us on the other side of the Red Sea, and not how we feel, right? Um, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17:9. I just want to start this episode with two foundational scriptures, right? Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful above all else and beyond cure. Who can understand it? And then Second Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 says, for we walk by faith and not by sight, right? And if we're going to be honest, like I said, sometimes we don't feel like praying, we don't feel like reading our Bible. It feels like eating cardboard because wow, everything around you is probably falling apart, and you're just like, I don't know what I don't even know, right? But faith becomes the thing that keeps us grounded when the fire is low, when the feelings are low, when the consistency is not consisting. You know what I mean? So faith becomes our grounding factor. So we need to always ask ourselves, on days where I don't feel like it, what is it that I can hold on to so that I remain grounded in the word, in spirit, in faith, right? Faith becomes very important when it comes to leading us in the wilderness, because anyone that has been in a wilderness, anyone who has been in their version of, being confronted with the Red Sea, we know during that time you can only hold, trust, and believe that God will see you through, even when circumstances are saying otherwise. Because during those times, it's not how spiritual you are that keeps you grounded, but it's just how much faith do you have in you to keep you grounded, right? To not shake, to not stutter, to not shiver, to not shudder, and say that I know this is bad. I know it looks terrible, but right now I'm not going to give into my feelings where I feel like giving up, where I feel like drawing the line, where I feel like saying, this is it. I'm not going to do this anymore, but I'm going to hold on to the faith. One foundational thing I want us to get right in this episode is to understand that feelings are real. What you feel is real. No one must ever invalidate what you are feeling, but feelings are not always right. When I had to start the podcast and I felt scared, I felt like I wasn't good enough, I felt like I do not have a story to tell anyone. I was right to feel like it was real for me to feel like that. Sorry, it was real for me to feel like that, because of course I've never done this before. I've done radio, but radio is very much structured, it's very much formal, but I've never been on a platform where I have to sit in my own home and talk about my experiences. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I didn't have enough experiences, but that was not right, because 23 plus episodes later, every single episode I have a scenario to compare. Every topic is informed by my experiences. Feelings are not evil. It's not wrong to feel fear. It's not wrong to feel doubt. It's not wrong to feel discouraged or disappointed or hurt. But the feelings shouldn't be your reality into what God has called you to, or what God is calling you into. Feelings are real. They remind us we are human. And if anything, they are a reflection of probably where we are in our walk. If you're still feeling doubtful and scared and whatever before starting something, it probably speaks to the side of you that needs to lean more into trusting God. I'm not saying we should villainize our feelings, but I'm saying we shouldn't believe them. We shouldn't follow them. We shouldn't let them lead us in our walk with Christ. Real as they are, human as they are, honest as they are temporary. They fluctuate. They lie. They mislead. Your feelings can tell you, oh my good, oh my goodness, you need to masturbate right now. Baby, I promise you can just take a cold shower and you'll be fine. Oh, I need to hit them up. I need an itch that needs to be scratched. Literally, take a shower. Oh, I'm craving. I just need one cold one. I just need, sir, drink water. They fluctuate, they're misleading, and they lie. Real as they are, honest as they are, human as they are. The reason why the book of Jeremiah calls out that the heart can be deceitful, it's because feelings can be deceitful, right? The perfect example of this is when you are horny and you have sex with someone and you're thinking, wow, I really love you. I want to be with you forever. Modern day slang calls it post nut clarity. And after that, you're like, we shouldn't have had the sex. We shouldn't have done it at all, right? Which is why it's important that we always need to keep our hearts in check. When we let our hearts go unchecked for too long, a lot of deceit flows from it. And I'm not saying even when you keep our heart in check as believers, our heart is not going to mislead us. It is. But how dangerous it is to keep it unchecked for too long. And you want to follow the same heart that gives into emotions that fluctuates. Faith was never about feeling spiritual, but faith was always about being grounded in a particular truth that you are believing in spite of everything that's happening around you. Faith is what carries you in the wilderness. I already highlighted this in the opening. In Matthew 4, when Jesus was in the wilderness, homeboy was hungry, tired, fatigued, you name it, any temptation at that point when Satan came with every temptation. He could have given into his feelings when he said, turn this into bread, and be like, you actually right. I am famished. Let me have me some of that sourdough bread. You know what I mean? He could have made it that honey mustard seed bread you get from Woolies because he's Jesus. But he doesn't give into the temptation. He holds on to the truth that no, but the truth is man cannot live on bread alone. He doesn't say you actually right. Um, I really need these kingdoms. I need to take ownership of these kingdoms because I really don't feel like the son of God right now. No, he says, but it is written. It is written that I will serve only my God alone. Feelings responds with the mood, but faith responds with the word. It says, even right here, right now, as it is, it's still go time. So when the job doesn't work out, when the relationship doesn't work out, when the money is not coming all right and the coins are scattered, the faith holds you to say, I don't know what this is, but I know eventually. Faith is stillness. Faith is saying still. Still I rise. I I had to sneak in that Maya Angelou. Okay, don't go around judging on the system. But faith is saying still. I will still show up. I will still pray. I will still go. I will still give it my all. When everything says, let it go. Faith doesn't wait for motivation. Faith is the motivation. We see it in one of the Psalms where David had to speak back to his soul and say, why are you downcast? What's going on? I'm going to need you to put that hope in God. Because sometimes we need to preach that back to ourselves and say, I know things is looking real sketchy right now, but I need us to trust the God who has done it before and the God who's going to do it again. So you're going to still wake up and still show up. On days where I don't feel like praying or doing anything, when my alarm goes at 4:30, I would open my Bible and say, I'm going to still read. I'm still going to do my thing. You know what I mean? So preach the word of God sometimes to your own feelings. Because sometimes the soul needs to be reminded of what the spirit already knows. Hello. We need to start catching faith like we're catching these feelings. Catch the faith like it's contagious, like that flu. You're able to catch a mood from someone in a few seconds. Time to catch that faith. Have accountability partners that are going to be there for you. You can be able to tell them to listen, I don't know what's going on, but today I'm feeling a little bit downcast. Let them speak life back into you. Let them speak scripture back into you. There are a couple of people that do let me know that, oh my goodness, you have no idea how much life you breathe back into me. And sometimes it's not even directly with the podcast. I literally, without blowing my own horn, I'm a safe space for the people around me. And in turn, they are a safe space for me. Celine and I have this thing where we send each other messages and we're just like, I just need 8 minutes. And 8 minutes just means I need you to hear me out. I need you to breathe life back into me. Because right now, babe, I am barely holding on. Not even to the ham. So, what are you doing to catch the faith? There has to be deliberate ways in which you can remind yourself on days where you don't feel like it that I actually need to catch the faith. I have a new screensaver. It's this cute little lamb. It's a very popular picture on Pinterest. Every time I look at that lamb, I'm thinking peace, I'm thinking calm, I'm thinking serenity, I'm thinking serendipity. Like I look at that picture all the time and I said, I want to feel like this forever. It's been my WhatsApp profile picture for ages now. But every time I see it, I'm just like, I just want to feel like this forever. I want to feel like this forever. And on days where I don't feel like it, I'm like, I want to feel like this again. And I know I can feel like this again. You need to actively go out of your way to catch the faith before you catch a mood. The mood not to pray, the mood to want to give up. I watched this movie. Well, I actually said a little prayer after watching it because I used to be a big fan of horror. Stopped it because, wow, it's called, I forgot what it's called. Is it Hereditary? Her- Listen, hold on. I'm going to find it. Heretic by Hugh Grant. He's one of my favorite actors. And I remember watching an interview because what forced me to watch this movie, because I'm not a big fan of horror, like I said, anymore, is that he was talking about how he feels like he's always casted for the same predictable scenes. So he wanted something that colors him a bit outside of the lines. And I was like, oh, I'd actually like to see him outside of that scene. You know what I mean? Because Hugh Grant is Notting Hill. Notting Hill is Hugh Grant, right? And when I watched it, it was mainly basically a man who was challenging Christianity to say that Christianity is believing what you hear. Listen, it's a whole plot. But there was a point in the scene where one of the girls almost opened a door where he made them choose either you believe or you don't believe, right? And because the don't believe path was the easy way out, the girl almost went through that door, and the other girl was like, okay, so here's what we're not going to do, right? Just because it's the easy way out, it doesn't mean this man is right. And basically started, you know, disqualifying every argument he brought to the table to say that Christianity is hearsay. You believe it because it's hearsay, right? So then it reminds me, as I'm speaking about the fact that you need to catch the faith before you catch the mood. The mood to not believe that God can get you through this, even though the way you need to choose is a bit hard right now and it's not looking steady, right? So, what I want you to take away from today is that you should fight to not let temporary feelings steal your eternal truth away from you. Because the goal is not to feel God all the time, but to follow Him. There are times where I said, I'm like, God, I haven't felt you. But I have to remind myself that it's not about feeling him, but just follow him. Seek first the kingdom and everything else will follow, right? And to seek him is to follow him. Follow him with your life, follow him with your choices, follow him with the way you think. We're speaking about having eternity in mind. So when the low days come, and they will come, do not lean on the emotion you're feeling on that day. Acknowledge it. It's the honest truth of what you're feeling right now, but it's not the reality. It's not the reality of the bigger picture. So I pray that God helps you to walk by faith and not by sight, not by emotions, not by circumstances, by faith. And that He gives you the wisdom and the strength to keep showing up. That's all I have for you this week, family. Stay mindful, stay heartful, stay purposeful, and catch the faith before you catch the feelings. Love and light.